So I kind of touched on this in my video talking about the Injustice universe and talking about I basically did talk about this in my Injustice video, talking about the news that Injustice 3 is coming. It just hasn't been officially announced. It was kind of leaked by George Newbern, the voice of Superman. And I talked about some characters I would really enjoy seeing in the Injustice universe as playable characters. Now, this is not a top 10 list. These are just 10 DC characters I would really, really, really enjoy having here. And I did talk about them in the initial video, but I'm going to go a little more in depth and where I could see them in the universe. So we're just kind of going to fly through this video. This isn't a top 10 list, and I'm always excited what you have to say. Also, real quick, I will be doing at some point a 10 favorite, a wish list for the guest characters I would like to see in Injustice 3 alongside my good friend Matt Denny. It's just kind of like trying to plan out how that should be. So yeah, as always, just comment below, let me know what you guys think, who should be in this, like what 10 characters you'd like to see. Starting off with, and I have the list written down so I wouldn't forget. I have made it no secret that I would love to have Plastic Man here. Plastic Man would be so much fun to see, just kind of like flying around, like using his stretch arms, even like his shape-shifting, like turning into a car and running you over, or making his fists into hammers to pound you. That would be so much fun. There is so much, like, Plastic Man, again, no pun intended, would be the most malleable character I could ever imagine for this series. I think he would be a lot of fun. I think he's still alive in the Injustice universe. I do think he just kind of ran off with his son. So maybe have it that Batman is like trying to reform the Justice League and is like, I'm going to go find Eel O'Brien and we're going to like try to reform the Justice League, and he's a valued member. So and whatever crisis happens, Plastic Man gets involved. Anyway, so yeah, Plastic Man is like, out of everyone on this list, out of literally everyone else on this list, Plastic Man, Eel O'Brien is my number one pick. Next up, Clayface. He's the only Batman villain here. Reason being, I think Clayface has a good shot, first and foremost, is because, Clayface is going to have his own movie. So, much like with although the problem is that Plastic Man and Clayface, I have a fear that they may play too similar. But I will say that you could still have Clayface and Plastic Man in the game, because you could probably make Clayface kind of like Facade from the Soul Calibur series, in that you could probably have him be, like, you could have him for a quick moment shapeshift into another character, or shapeshift into your opponent's character, so it'd be a mirror match for like a couple seconds, and then have him go back to being Basil Karlo or Hagen, or whoever they want to use. So Clayface would also be fun. You could use him like as a teleport. You have him like turn into slime and just slide under the person, come up behind them. You could have him like turn into a mud ball and hit you, or spit clay at you. There's a lot you could do with Clayface. I'm not like Clay. Also, this is the only Batman villain I'm having here, mostly because I don't want to inundate it with Batman villains. There are other villains here, but not Batman. Next up, John Constantine. I think everyone wants Constantine finally in the game. I think it is a strong possibility that we finally get John Constantine in this series. There is no doubt about it that I thoroughly believe that John's going to be in the game. Sorry. Yeah. Just imagine like all the cool stuff you could do with Constantine. You know, utilizing magic, utilizing like summoning demons, hexes, all kinds of crazy stuff to really like kind of showcase and bring home why John Constantine is called Hellblazer. So John would be John would be so much fun because again, like I really hope if John is in the game, I really hope they get Matt Ryan to play him, like to voice him. I would absolutely love to have Matt Ryan because he is Constantine. Like when I read the comics, and I'm sure a lot of you guys too. When you read the comics, you hear his voice too. So next up, Black Hand. Black Hand is a Green Lantern villain, part of Blackest Night, and Black Hand would be really cool because that way you could like use a special move where you could send him to the Black Lantern homeworld and get just pounded to death by Necron, not the Necrons, Necron. I think another cool move was like ripping out the person's heart in a special. What also would be cool to have William Hand, aka Black Hand, here is the fact that you can basically, what you can essentially do with Black Hand is that in story-wise, and I mean story-wise, that if you have Black Hand here, that means you can raise the characters that we've lost. Like, you could bring back Grodd, you could bring back, like, a Black Lantern version of Grodd, even Billy. Like, you could have it be like a Black Hand could be could easily be utilized in this universe as, like, the DC Shang Tsung. Like, have him, like, summoning revenants of characters that were killed during this story, like, during the past two games. So, yeah, Black Lantern Shazam, Black Lantern Grodd, I think I'm forgetting a few other characters. But even, like, you could have it be Black Lantern Nightwing Dick Grayson. That's how you get Dick Grayson in this game, is have him almost be like a Black Lantern. Again, I think that would be really the best way to use him, is to make him DC's Shang Tsung. Next up is a character that was kind of in the game already, but she was more of a skin, and that is Vixen. I really do think Vixen would be really cool. We had Swamp Thing as the champion of the green, but the thing of it is that we didn't have and the red, which was Cheetah, but Vixen only showed up as like a alternate skin for Cheetah. So I think it'd be really cool to have Vixen as her own character and really utilize how we can use the red, like a Rhino Charge or Elephant Strength, or using a teleport that makes you fly like an eagle over the other opponent. There's so many like versatile ways you can utilize Mari and her abilities. I really do think she would be a solid character in this rotation. Next up, Hardware. I already said like Static or Icon could be in this game, and I know a lot of other people are saying that too. But I was thinking Hardware is like a cool change of pace. That way you can use like a tech character outside of Cyborg. My only concern is, again, much like with Static and other characters from the Milestone universe, is the fact that they have to go through the channels of the Dwayne McDuffie estate. That's the only thing holding it back. But I think Hardware, he's a cult favorite character and has enough like abilities and whatnot to be really used. Following that, Parasite. Figured it would be cool to have another Superman villain here, and one that would be kind of tanky, as well as someone who could just drain the life out of you. Like, have him like grab you and absorb some of the health back and take away theirs. I think that would be a lot of fun. Also, Parasite's just terrifying. He's just a big brute. So he would be a lot of fun. And again, it would be kind of fun to have another Superman villain here who isn't Zod. Next up, Mr. Terrific, who I do think is going to have a solid shot in the game because of his popularity from the new Superman movie. And we know he's in the Injustice universe somewhere. So you could utilize the T-Spheres, his martial arts. He would be a great character, and I bet you, out of anyone, he is probably going to be in this roster. Following that, King Shark. Another character I'm pretty certain could probably show up in this game in one capacity or another. King Shark would be so much fun. He would be tanky, but to have him like just grab you and take a bite out of you would be fun. Another character who's popular enough in the medium to be like, yeah, and probably to appease James Gunn was like, yeah, we'll have him here. And finally, Big Barda. Another big tanky kind of character in her own right, but someone who could go blow for blow with this Wonder Woman. It would also be cool to have more of the New Gods show up in the Injustice universe. And also her teleport being a boom tube, maybe even go to New Genesis. That'd be fun. So there you go, guys. That is pretty much my 10 DC characters I would like to see in Injustice. You guys tell me in the comments below, what are 10 characters you would want to see from the DC Universe in Injustice? And like I said, I will be doing a video at some point with my good friend Matt to do like DC, guest characters for Injustice, but yeah, that'll be for another time. But anyway, yeah, just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in Multiverse.